Hey YouTube, welcome to the Art of Practice number 2. It's been kind of a long time coming, so my apologies. I'm just not that great at balancing all the social media that I try to be on, and YouTube kind of falls to the wayside. Today I have a recording from a live stream that I did a couple days ago where I did a challenge to take 2 pictures off of Pinterest or whatever and just see what happens if I try to merge them, like reference both of them, using maybe the lighting from one, the pose from the other, face features, and just kind of take what I like and see what happens. So that's what we're doing today. That aside, apologies for my voice. I've been kind of fighting a cold sort of thing. Some kind of sickness. I don't know what's going on. I have had an insane last month. I'm so glad to start fresh with March. February was pretty much the worst. This year I started trying to keep a bullet journal, and I have like a mood chart thing where I color in like my mood for each day. Oh my god, it's like the saddest thing. I had so many terrible days, so I'm hoping that things get better soon, but I'm pretty optimistic because I quit my job, which is kind of nutso bananas. Things happened really suddenly. I don't know. I had been there for like 2 years almost, longest I've had a job like that. And I don't know, it just seemed like it was time to move on. All of our management changed. It just wasn't quite the same place that it was when I started there. I don't want to say anything too harsh about, Publix, and I mean, that's where I used to work. And of course, anything I say does not reflect, any opinions on Publix or, from them. But, I left on good terms. Everything's fine. I might even go back there if I don't, do so well on my own, but I'm gonna give it a try. So that means that I'm gonna be treating art as more like my career and job, which I have tried to do this once before. This was about 2 years ago. I had a period of like 6 months after my last kind of corporate job, let's say. And but at the time, 2 years ago, I was 20, I guess. God, I'm getting old. I mean, not really, but that seems old. But I guess I didn't have a great direction. I was pretty depressed. I still am, but I think that I'm getting into a stage of my life where I'm a bit more disciplined. So I'm hoping that that's true. It's scary because I'm betting on myself to really make something happen, which is terrifying because it's all on you. Everything that you make, everything you lose is completely your responsibility. But I think it's a good point in my life to try to do that. If I'm gonna try to do art, then I'm at a point in my life where I have the freedom to try and do that kind of thing. So I'm really excited. That means I can probably travel more easily. And of course, I'll have more time for things like YouTube and social media and just updating more regularly. So I'm hoping to get on a schedule where I'm releasing videos weekly. I know I don't have a very large following now at all, but I feel a little bit like I'm putting cart before horse, and I just ran into the cart and I'm just going down the hill. And we'll see what happens, because currently I have no idea. But that being said, I have a lot of ideas for things that I want to do. I've been seeing a lot of, just stuff about doing like Skillshare, or I think the other one's like Unity. I don't know. There's a lot of online classes that I would like to take and maybe just learn some more things about, graphic design, different formats of media, like doing more audio editing, doing more video editing, just really refining my skills so I can make a better product and, get myself out there. So I'm definitely going to be trying my best. Of course, I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm going to try really hard to get on a weekly schedule, do Twitch streams regularly, post everywhere regularly, at least as much as I can. So that's great news for the internet, I guess. I'm just going to be really poor. So we'll see how that goes. I'm excited, but just scared, I guess. Yeah, so life has been crazy. The reason I'll talk a little bit about why I left, and I do want to say, like, I have no problem with what happened exactly. Like, I'm a person that is very set on rules. I'm a person that does not have an easy time breaking rules, so that is pretty much why it became an environment that I wasn't so happy with. Just because when I came there, my job was to do all this fruit cutting. I know this sounds so boring and lame, but 2 days a week, pretty much standardly, I would be able to work my shift just in the back room, and you're kind of all by yourself back there. At least in my store, some of them are busy enough to, facilitate 2 employees, or they're out, on the floor more, like they have an open copper area, kind of like the deli has. If you've ever been in, everybody's been in a grocery store, come on, in America, at least that's how it is. So, but yeah, when I came there, I was just kind of all alone, and it's so, lonely back there, and, so we used to be able to listen to music or podcasts, and it was great for me because I love podcasts. I'm all about that. So I could get my listening done. I listened to all of the Adventure Zone that way. So much bim bam. I'm 200 hours in or something ridiculous like that. And it was great for me just because I could zone out on it, and of course I would take my headphones out when I went out on the floor and if anybody needed me, but we do have new store management, and they really cracked down on that rule that you're not really allowed to do that, and I'm not gonna say anything bad about that. That's the rule, that's what the company wants from us, and I can understand from a management standpoint why they say that. But of course it was a shame for me because I am not really a person that does well kind of doing a mindless task without a distraction. I just can't entertain myself with just my brain for 8 hours on a long stretch. So it was just a shame because this job that I really liked changed so suddenly, and yeah, that was 2 days in my week, and I work part-time, or I did, so it wasn't, that was half of what I did there. And, so just all of a sudden it was half of my shifts are going to totally change, and it's a lot more repetitive then, because the times that I am there, it would just be a lot less. I'm just why am I here? Kind of I had decided that I did not want to go into management there. I didn't want full-time. The environment wasn't really fun for me anymore. We did have managers and, cool people sometimes that I really liked, not saying, again, I'm not trying to be a total basher of Publix. I really am very thankful for the time that I spent there. But I want to trust myself to be able to do what really matters to me, and I hope that that's true. It's not easy to put faith in yourself, and especially when you kind of feel oh God, I've tried this before, it didn't really work out, and you're just hoping that you've kind of matured enough to evolve into something new, and it's terrifying to try and find a space for yourself in the world that you're actually going to be happy in, not just oh God, I'm dragging myself to work every day, I hate it. I don't want to be that person. So I'm very optimistic about just having my freedom again and being able to travel, being able to dye my hair, having a job that I might be able to get my nails done. I'm not going to have money for any of this stuff, but I would love it. I don't know. So my apologies for the rambly video. I just have so much on my mind, kind of. So I hope you watch out for me being around more. I really appreciate all the support that I have been getting. My response on like Facebook lately has been amazing, and I'm really just trying to get out there more. So, you know, if you watch this, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, Facebook. I try to be everywhere, Instagram, and hopefully in the coming months I'll just be more active and hopefully grow, and I don't know. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, even though it's just my personal introspection basically, but have a great one.